Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key. To hear important instructions, your show is scheduled to start in 12 minutes, 48 seconds. Twelve minutes until showtime. $11 minutes until showtime. $10 minutes until showtime.
What's going on, baby? What in the world?
$9 minutes until showtime. 8 minutes until showtime. Seven minutes until showtime. Six minutes until four minutes until showtime. 3 minutes until showtime. Two minutes until showtime. One minute until showtime. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we've taken our next step in this infinite journey of enlightenment. A series of events have taken place that has brought us to where we are right now. This is the most important time of our lives. It's in this very moment, which exists prior to a thought, that we have the potential to be. Being exists in this moment, in this time, and knowing, seeing, feeling, and experiencing all that there is right now. Stay tuned as Ron Ash teaches how to locate our special gift, connect with spirit, and intentionally create our experiences.
Good morning and welcome to Being with Ron Ash. I'm Ron Ash, your host. Today our guest is Tonya Melendez. Tonya believes tarot is an ancient form of counseling rather than a fortune-telling technique. Very interesting. Welcome to the show, Tonya.
Thank you, Ron. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. I'm very interested in tarot. I bought a deck probably about a year ago. I think I've taken it out once or twice. Seemed very complicated to me.
A lot of people think that the tarot is complicated, but It's really a kind of tapping into your spiritual self and using just your own intuitive guidance with the cards. And there's imagery that is very basic symbology. I mean, the tarot was created hundreds and hundreds of years ago in Italy, and so it was not for just the aristocrats, it was for the common people as well. So those symbols are very basic. I think our minds just trick us into thinking that it's just some difficult, only practice professionals can use. If you pick a card, there is a symbol that you can totally see in it for yourself right away if you just look close enough.
You know, I can't do it like that. I can't do it on feeling. But when I open it up and I start taking out this instructional booklet that's folded into oh so many pieces, I get very, put off by that. So you know what I use, believe it or not? Playing cards.
I've heard a lot of people use playing cards. It's the same idea. You pick up a feeling from that card, don't you, in a number?
Yeah. Yep, and each card doesn't always give me the same message. Yeah, it's really kind of a tool to initiate the psychic reading.
Exactly.
I did not know, but I found out later on, probably maybe a year after I had been doing readings with playing cards, that many people in my family, generations upon generations, had actually used the same technique.
That's awesome, because, your gift, it usually does come through a family line on either side, father or mother. So it's a gift that was passed on just in your genetic DNA because your family has it as a gift and has used it.
Yeah, it was amazing to find out that way because I thought I invented something new.
Yeah. I find that nothing has been created. We're all just recreating it for ourselves and using it in a way that best suits us. Like, I can't do a Celtic cross. People are always, I read tarot cards. So they read them based on the spreads. I don't use spreads. I just go with intuitive feelings. Sometimes I get circles. Sometimes I get a crossway or a cross or a pyramid. It just depends on what I feel. And so it's not about, like I said, it's, those spreads are what they've used for hundreds and hundreds of years for a very specific thing. I don't believe that we can all be divined by one spread. So I always just make up new ones.
Yeah.
But I'm sure somebody else does that too.
Yeah, why not? There are so many different tools that we can use, and we can use them in the ways that we feel best, because Spirit is really acknowledging that we have these tools and is giving us messages via them.
Exactly.
So tell me how you first got involved in tarot readings.
It was very interesting. I started out quite young. I had always been interested in tarot cards, but, given the scary nature of them, a lot of people have very negative connotations. So, and this comes from ancient stories, with the tarot cards, but I started out very young, was always very interested in astrology, and I had a mother who was a seeker, so she went to several different types of churches and studied different mythology.
Methodologies?
Methodologies of religion. And so I'm running on just a couple cups of coffee, so I just need one more. And so I was able to explore different religions and see the things as a curious, preteen, what was out there. I spent tons and tons and tons of hours in the library, and I got to know the librarians and could go and pick up, check out the big books. But I would sit in my corner and read all these books about religion and tarot cards and astrology. And one day I just picked up a deck and I started reading for a friend of mine, and she was like, "That was amazing." And I said, "Really?" I was really surprised. So I decided, I need to join a group. I need to, hone my gift. And I went to this tarot group here in Chicago, And the first time I went, we were all doing readings for each other, and so everybody had already been partnered up. I was the new girl in the class, and I got stuck with the teacher. So I thought I got stuck. So I did a reading for her, and she was blown away. She said, "You don't need this class. What are you here for?" And so it kind of just gave me the confidence that I could do it. And after that, I never went back again. I just started reading for my friends, and then they started telling their friends, and so on and so on. And it just has grown, tremendously over the last few years. And more people are seeking, just spiritual guidance. And so, as I grew spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I started studying, like I said, more, and became a licensed spiritual counselor as well. So that, having the ability to use the tarot cards, as well as being intuitive and a spiritual counselor, has just given me such joy. And I know that it's a combination of these things that I'm supposed to be doing. I definitely feel and know that it is my life purpose, because I get this tremendous happy, I can't describe it in anything other than just going to say hi, because that's what it feels like after I do readings with people. I have this just tremendous amount of happiness and joy, and the things that come to me are outside of myself. I really do feel like I tap into people's spirits. So for that, I'm grateful. So that's my whole tarot journey.
Do you ever find it difficult to read for people you know? I don't mean difficult in the way that you can't do it, but difficult in discerning between when it's actually what you know about that person and the ego side versus the spiritual flow of information.
That is such a good question, because what I found is my friends want me to tell them that, give them an answer, so they just know definitively that that's the right thing. So what I usually do is take, 5 or 6 deep breaths, and I connect with my spirit and ask my spirit just to connect with their spirit and to guide me to the right answers. But it does sometimes happen where people are so in their story or so afraid that you can't really connect. And so then I really just have to trust the little bit of information I am getting is exactly what they need to hear.
Yeah.
And so I just have to trust that there's a reason, and I have to just go for it.
You brought up something very crucial, and I think everyone needs to pay attention. Being in your story really does block the blessings. You just kind of get stuck on a loop, and you just keep repeating, caught up in that cycle again and again and again. I mean, it could be an experience, it could be a certain belief system that's difficult to let go of. I mean, it could be a number of things, but to recognize that is the most important thing that you're ever going to do in your lifetime, is to understand that it's time to let go of that story and move forward confidently in the direction of your dreams. So what do you think?
Yes, and yes.
How about we take a call?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We have Dawn from New York joining us. What part of New York are you from, Dawn?
Hello?
Yeah, what part of New York are you from?
Oh, I'm staying in Harlem.
All right.
Okay.
What can we do for
Hi,
you?
Dawn. Oh, hi. Hi. Well, my question is basically, I just flunked out. I'm in grad school at an Ivy League, and I just found out that I'm on academic probation, and it is because of all the like family problems, relationship problems, like that have occurred since I've been in grad school from August until now. I met with the professor. They said they'll give me a second chance. They won't kick me out. Good news. But I'm still feeling down. Like, I'm like a smart person, so I don't know how I mean, I know how I got to this point, but I just want to know, like, is this going to get better? Am I going to get rid of the drama? Like, I just need to know, like, some good news.
Okay. Dawn, the first thing I want you to do, because you're catching your breath yourself, can you stop, take a breath, and close your eyes? Take 2 deep breaths for me. Because I can feel your fear. Your fear is what's really holding you back. And so let's just take a deep breath. And sometimes that's the first thing we can do. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. And put your hand on your heart, Dawn, because you are terrified right now, aren't you?
Yes.
And take another deep breath. Take another deep breath. Okay. The reason the breath works, Dawn, I'm going to tell you, is because, they say in spirite, and inhaling, inspired inhaling, that's you touching your spirit. So that's why taking a breath is giving you that moment to calm your mind and inhale and breathe in your spirit, because sometimes we forget. But these 3 cards that I picked for you, my sweet, are very good. So I'm going to just go ahead and tell you the 3 cards. I don't know if you can write these down, and then I'll go back over them.
Yes, I have to get my pen. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. The first one is the Queen of Swords. The second one is the 9 of Rods, and then you have the Chariot. So the Queen of Swords, what this is telling me is you definitely have an eye on the prize. You have, however, been clouded by things from the past. It definitely feels like you've had challenges throughout your life, but you're also afraid of standing on your own. And because you depend so much on your family, they often cloud your judgment, and as well as keeping you in the same circle as them. Like, they're proud of you at the same moment, but at the same time, they have this feeling, oh, you think you're better than me. So it's not that they're trying to discourage you. What they are really trying to do is keep you the same, and you're wanting to fly, spread your wings. So what this is telling me, sweetie, you have to know that they're going to love you regardless of your success. They're going to love you for your success, even though it doesn't feel like it right now, and they're throwing in these sabotaging things. This is what makes you stronger. Okay. This is what makes you stronger. And so I'm feeling also you haven't been sleeping very well. You've been having vivid dreams, and things are waking you up in the middle of the night because you're afraid. Do you have drowning dreams?
I'm not sure, but I wake up in cold, sweats. I'm always sweating. I have to remove clothing, and I wake up at a certain time, around between 4 and 6 every night or every morning.
Welcome back.
I can see that. It's because you're drowning and trying to please other people. So you have to put yourself first. Stop thinking about your family in a way that is detrimental to your highest good, because you're forgetting about yourself and just trying to pick up all the pieces with everybody else right now. And you have to remember that you are doing this program. This is your idea. This is for your highest good. So go for it like you mean it.
Okay.
Your family's going to love you regardless, even though it seems like they might have a little bit of jealousy or something. This is your dream. So go for it like you mean it.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I feel like everything you said was right, and just to have someone acknowledge that other than me makes me feel validated, and I can do this. I'm not crazy. They do have this resentment against me, and they want to hold me back, but I know I can do this. I know I can do this.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So I want you to go for it like you mean it.
Okay.
Only you can stop yourself, sweetheart. So just keep going for it. Get off of this probation. You said, you're smart. You know what you need to do, and don't let your family become your excuse.
Okay. Did the other cards say anything good too?
Everything is good, honey. It's really just like I said. It's really about you taking the step of sabotaging yourself. You're again, you're waking up in the middle of the night with these night sweats because you're drowning and thinking about other people. You thinking about yourself is not being selfish. It's actually being selfless, because you want your success not just for yourself. You do want to share it with your family. You do want to share it with the people who love and support you. And so you have to just remember, this is part of your dream, part of your destiny, and you deserve it. So I want you to really say, I deserve this. That should be your mantra every day.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really needed this, and I appreciate this. Thank you.
You're so welcome, sweetie. Have a great day.
Well,
Thank you.
Another great fact came up, and many times it's just as you said. People tend to want to hold us back due to resentment. I really went through it with someone that was very dear to me. It was a business partner. I cared about him very much. I thought he would be excited, knowing that whatever affects me in a positive way always trickles down into other people's lives.
Right.
But intentionally, he would say things to undermine my beliefs in who I am and what I'm capable of.
It's always the people who are the closest to us, Ron. Although, and it's not in an egotistical way, it's such a subconscious, it like triggers this competitive, like, gene in our bodies, like, you can't be better than me.
Yeah.
What makes you think you're better than me? And it could be the very people that just are loving you, who are making your lunch every day and sending you off with a smile, but at the same time just sending you like, who does she think she is?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? Why do you think you deserve to rock the boat and be better than us? So it's really a matter of just stepping yourself outside of that whole circle and realizing that, yeah, you do deserve it. You know, a lot of people think that's the other part, is people get stuck on the fact that they don't think they deserve their dream. Why?
Yeah.
It got planted in you for a reason, so why don't you deserve it now?
Yeah. We can either walk towards our destiny or we can walk away from it. It's really our choice. And if we don't believe that we can, we won't even try.
Exactly. It's because you said the key word, there is a choice. You absolutely have a choice.
Yeah. And the greatest travesty of life is a gift unused. I remember I gave a CD and a book to a friend of mine. I knew that it would help him immensely. Every time I went over his house over that year, that book and that CD was in the exact same place on top of the fireplace hearth, untouched, undusted even. Like, wow, the answers that he wants are right there. This is the answer. This is what he needs to move forward confidently in the direction of his dreams. But he just would not open it up, pop the CD in, and just listen.
Yeah, isn't it funny, because people also get upset because they think that you think that you're trying to take from them. It's a very interesting thing. People also get very upset thinking that you're better than them and trying to help them in a way that is ego-driven, whereas it's really out of love, but people don't see it like that commonly. And so if we could just realize that people are out to support us and not out to hurt us, because you wouldn't surround yourself with people who are out to hurt you, I would hope not. And go ahead.
Sometimes it's unintentional. Sometimes they just don't believe in themselves, and they see you with this great belief in what you're capable of doing, and they realize that if they don't meet you at that point, that they're going to fall by the wayside.
That is so true, Ron. I recently was in a situation where a really good friend of mine, who I've been friends with for many years, did the exact same thing. I would tell her, you know, of all the exciting things that are going on in my life, and, you know, clients and radio show and things like that, and she would smile at me, and then I would feel this just heavy negative energy towards me.
Scared
and I'm like, where is that coming from? Yeah, and she just one day just went off on me, and I just had to say, you know, I knew that wasn't because of anything that I've done or said or haven't said or done. It was just her being so afraid of my light that it made her angry.
Yeah. And the other thing that could be behind it, and it was in the case with my friend, was the material residual effect of increasing in your career and your finances. That was also an issue, and then they began to think, I'll never be able to keep up. I'll never be able to keep up. You know, it was odd because every time I got a certain thing, they would get that thing, and it was like, you know, I don't think about it. The opportunities presented themselves. If there was a good deal on something and I needed something, whether it's a car, or a piece of equipment, or what else, I would act on it. And I guess in their minds, it was, you know, well, now I have to get this so I can be as good as this person. And that really has very little to do with how good we are at all.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to have to take a quick break, Tonya.
Okay.
I'm enjoying
Thank
our
you.
discussion so far. I got a little deep in the memory of that for a minute. I'm going to have to take a few breaths like our caller and get back to the now.
Yes, get back to the now. Yes, absolutely. Let's do that.
Yep, so we'll be back in a few with Tonya Melendez and more readings. You're listening to Being with Ron Ash on Blog Talk Radio. We'll be live with Abiola Abrams at 11, just following the news. And we'll be inviting Tonya back at 11:30 to noontime, right, Tonya? WNRI 1380 AM.
Are you at a crossroad in your life? Looking for insight into relationships, career, or finance? Internationally known astrologer Tish Aitken can help guide you via her knowledge of past, present, and future planetary cycles impacting your birth chart. Based on trends in your astrological chart, Tish provides insight into current issues, helping you to prepare, plan, and initiate action for success in your life. Call 212-736-1121 to schedule a private session with Tish Aitken or email astroseek@aol.com.
The Sweet Retreat is a divine sanctuary and enlightenment center committed to bringing light, healing, and transformation to those seeking personal growth, community, and oneness with the universe. Founder plus acres of woods that promote a special reconnection to nature and allow for the Earth's energy to uplift your soul. For more info, call 508-636-1230 or visit thesweetretreat.org.
The Apostles' Recipe for Happiness breaks new ground in exposing the attainable miracles so prevalent in the first book ever written on the law of attraction. Through true life experiences with modern-day scenarios, the mystery and magic of the Holy Bible unfold as you learn to recognize the signs that God places on the path He intends for you to follow. Through the mastery of divine guidance, you can connect to God's energy and create a life without limits. This is a book everyone should read who is interested in building godly character. I read it in one evening and couldn't put it down. Gary Sigler, Kingdom Resources. What an amazing job at making a clearly defined guide for a happy life. The Apostles' Recipe for Happiness is compelling and is of value not only to Christians everywhere, but also to people of unbelief. Ruth Cannell, Christian Magazine Now. Pick up your copy of The Apostles' Recipe for Happiness today and start living the life of your dreams tomorrow. Available at Barnes & Noble, booksellers, Amazon.com, and everywhere quality books are sold. Sample all Ron Ash's books for free at beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Experience the power of .com.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
Learn how to connect with spirit and create the life of your dreams. Purchase the complete Ron Ash collection and save 45% now. Get the Apostles' Recipe for Happiness, Breaking Through, Being, and the Secret of Divine Intervention today for only $30. That's $25 off the retail price. Make your life-expanding purchase today at beingwithronash.wordpress.com. Again, that's beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Are you seeking guidance and clarity in your life? Internationally known psychic medium Sherry Hobson can guide you to a brighter future. Access your Akashic records revealing soul patterns that will help enable you to change your life. Or connect to your angelic guidance, spirit guides, or those who have crossed over. Schedule your private session today at 760-521-2027 or at sherryhobson.com.
Experience the power of being. Join author and dream interpreter Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance, connect to source energy, and expand your consciousness. For complete show listings, visit beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Being with Ron Ash. Calling number is 424-757-1425. We are live with Tonya Melendez, taking readings today, tarot in particular. Want to remind everyone, while the veil is the thinnest, discover the possibilities. All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair, readers, body workers, and seminars, Sunday, October 30th, 2011 at the Sheraton Airport Hotel, 1850 Post Road, Warwick, Rhode Island, created by Discover You, discoveryouexpo.com, in partnership with Natural Awakenings Magazine, sponsored by Dream Vision 7 Radio Network and our own BTR and the Being Talk Radio Network. For participant information, contact Susan Latai at 401-769-1325, extension 11. Or info at discoveryouexpo.com. We are back and we have plenty of calls in the switchboard. Let's go to Lena in Florida. Hi Lena, you're on with Tonya Melendez.
Hello Tonya. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I wanted to ask you, I'm working part-time and it's not really working out for me. I wanted to see what you felt about another position coming up for me.
Okay. First, could you do me a favor and take a nice deep breath, closing your eyes as I shuffle the cards. Okay, thank you, Lena. So I'm just going to pick 3 cards. What I usually do is separate the 3 into 3 piles, and then I pick them. So your question is about your job, correct?
Right.
It's interesting because I'm not getting that at all. I'm actually getting something very interesting. So I'm going to tell you the 3 cards, and then I'll go over them in depth, Lena. So the first one I get for you is the 9 of Rods. The second one is the Lovers, and then I get the 7 of Swords. So what this is telling me, sweetie, is that you're not doing what it is you really want to do. I'm also feeling that you're really right at this moment working for a paycheck, but your real vision is doing something else. I feel that you really enjoy working outside. I feel there's some energy around maybe flowers of some sort, or just I feel you outside for some reason. Does that Does that make sense?
Well, I live in Florida, but I do love being outside, but not in this real hot weather, I don't.
Right. No, but I see you doing something. Have you always been interested in doing something with flowers, or I don't know, but I just see that your dream job would be something outdoors, not in the hot weather, but outdoors, really doing something.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pursuing a degree at night for health management, and I'm doing some home health care currently, but it's just, this woman that I'm taking care of is just not, it's just not working out. She's not cooperative. She's, really, she's just, her and her family is just being difficult, and I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Okay. Well, the good thing that I'm picking up with the Nine of Rods is that you have a lot of support. I feel that you are surrounded by angels, and it also feels like things seem to come to you right when you need them. I feel that you have great ability of pulling to you exactly what you need. And so I feel that there's a lot of angels around you. Do you know who they are? Because I definitely feel like they are family members.
Well, I do have 3 members in spirit that I lost over the past 6 years. I lost my mother, my father, my brother.
Okay, that's exactly who I feel then. And then this Lover's card, what this is telling me is that you are just such a giving person, almost too much to a default. Like you forget that there is a check and balance. So with the giving, there should also be receiving. And I feel that you have such a hard time receiving. People give you a compliment. Oh, no, not me. Oh, no, that's not for me. So it's time for you to let some good in. So it's time for you to receive right now. The Lover's card is really telling me it's about loving yourself. And I feel like you are so busy taking care of everybody else that you are forgetting to take care of yourself and neglecting yourself. I feel like you've been have you been ill recently? Because the energy I'm picking up is, again, kind of downtrodden. The Seven of Swords is a heavy energy. Were you sick recently?
I've just been really depressed ever since May when I lost my unemployment unexpectedly. It's just, I've got this job part-time, and it wasn't what I thought it would be. And not only I have a legal problem with my ex-husband, and then I'm trying to move. So I'm trying to juggle a lot right now, and it's really taking a lot of energy away from me.
Okay, yeah, that's what I feel. Like I said, I felt this heavy energy with you, Lena. So you know what I want you to do, because again, you have been so into taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of yourself. You've been neglecting yourself. The Seven of Swords, like I said, feels like such a heavy energy. So I think the best thing for me to say for you with these cards, Lena, is this is about you. This is about you turning the corner here, starting to love yourself. It starts with you. And given the things that you said, you've got a lot of things you're juggling right now that could make you really depressed, take a step outside of that box and look at your other choices. You actually have a choice right now for happiness and joy. Although it feels like there's no way you can do that, don't worry about the way. Just decide that you want to be happy now, and the way will be made for you, because you have these angels around you who are ready to clear out any clutter, but you have to take the step into receiving that blessing. Can you do that? Are you ready for a blessing right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been ready for a long time. I've been waiting for a long time. I've been stagnant in my life probably for 3 years now.
Okay, so it's time for you to get out of that, and I would really like you to take a step. This is your declaration of happiness. So take a step right now into, I accept and receive all my good now. I'm worthy and deserving of my good now. That is the first step to claiming your happiness, to claiming that you're ready for it's like a God intervention. That's where you are right now. So it's really time for you to accept it and say, this is what I want. Bring it into your life. No more woe is me. It's time for you to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I've been walking that road for a long time. It's time for a new road. It's time for a new way of looking at things. You decide to be happy now. It's your choice. Are you going to sign the Declaration of Happiness?
Sign it. I'm going to witness it. I have my pen ready.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. And I want you, and you know what's going to help you too? I want you to watch some comedies. Make yourself laugh. Do something that will make you laugh your butt off. Go to the park and watch little kids. Something like that to bring your spirit up, because you've got these angels surrounding you, but you can't see them because your heart is so heavy. Lighten that load, honey.
Okay.
Okay? I can hear the change in your voice already.
It's all about
Yeah,
vibration.
I'm writing down everything you're saying.
Yeah. Change the words you use, too. Use some power-packed words. Words are an incredible way to elevate your vibration. I mean, everybody that listens to the show on a regular basis, they know when somebody asks me how I'm doing, I take it as an opportunity to boost my vibration and theirs. Fantastical and magical, my friend. Every day is better than the last. So
Okay,
write some down. Come up with your own stuff, real positive stuff. Everybody uses that standard good, good, good. Good has really come to mean nothing. I'm sorry to say, but it's just a regular response. The standard response is good. And people say it whether they're feeling great or they're feeling terrible. So, just switch it up. Great, fantastic, excellent.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Lena, for calling in.
Yep, bye.
Yeah, that was nice. Good advice. Really good advice there. And it is where it's all about vibration. It really is. We have to
Did you hear her voice shift?
Yeah. Fantastic.
It really did. Yeah.
And it starts with gratitude and appreciation. It really does. We have to be grateful and appreciative for all the stuff that we have right now. And as we do, we begin to attract more of the stuff that we like, the things that make us happy, better experiences, happier emotions, more positive vibrations. All right, well, it's time for another break. After all, this program is made possible by our advertisers and with the support of listeners like you. We'll be back in a few with Tonya Melendez.
Experience the power of being. Join author and dream interpreter Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance, connect to source energy, and expand your consciousness. For complete show listings, visit beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine is the perfect resource for those seeking a healthy, natural lifestyle. In every free monthly publication, you'll find practical, cutting-edge information on natural health, nutrition, personal growth, green living, creative expression, and more. Find Natural Awakenings wherever free magazines are found. Read it online at rinaturalawakenings.com or call 401-709-2473. Feel good, live simply, laugh more. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine.
Bridge the gap between Earth and the spiritual plane of existence. Join author and psychic medium Joseph Labruto III on a multi-dimensional journey of transformation every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Being with Ron Ash. Communicate with a deceased loved one, the Ascended Masters, spirit guides, angels, and other spiritual beings. Or ask Joseph about your career, relationship, or life path. There is more to life than what we know. Find the answers at www.psychicmediumjoseph.com. Informative, intangible, honest, conductive to elements that align the body, soul, and mind to listen to conscience. Are you aware? InnerCirclePublishing.com. Learn how to connect with spirit and create the life of your dreams. Purchase the complete Ron Ash collection and save 45% now. Get the Apostles' Recipe for Happiness, Breaking Through, Being, and The Secret of Divine Intervention today for only $30. That's $25 off the retail price. Make your life-expanding purchase today at beingwithronash.wordpress.com. Again, that's beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Do we create our own reality? And if so, what are the dynamics that work behind the perception of that reality? What is the true definition of sin? And why is total self-acceptance crucial to one's evolution? A new paradigm rests on the change that comes through understanding the answers to these questions. The Narrow Gate, a journey through identity, belief, and perception, is Joe Dana's exceptionally thought-provoking narrative, offering this understanding in a passion-filled display of universal law, available through bookstores, Amazon, and www.jpdana.com.
Eric Peterson with his title Rainbow. You can check out Eric Peterson most Sundays at Unity Radiant Light. For service times and location, please visit unityradiantlight.org. We're back with Tonya Melendez. You're listening to Being with Ron Ash. We're offering some tarot readings today. We have Nathaniel from New York joining us. Welcome to the show, Nathaniel.
Hi, Nathaniel. I'm so glad to be on.
You're very welcome.
I have a question. I recently made a major career change, and I felt empowered in doing so to just follow my path. And I'm actually involved in some energy healing work and started my own business and want to branch out to other modalities and things. And when I quit, I actually felt like this was the right thing to do, and I saw some signs, or felt or believed I saw signs. And now I'm not so sure if I acted too soon, or because things have been a little bit hard. It hasn't been easy, but I am grateful for the opportunities that I've had because I've done things that I never thought I'd do at the same time. So I was just wondering what you're picking up in reference to divine timing.
Okay, this is so good. And can you tell me your name?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel, okay. All right, so I want you to, again, take a deep breath as I shuffle the cards. Oh, you have a great-grandmother around you. I feel her name, she was tall. I'm sorry.
Like great-grandmother energy?
Yes. I see her wearing blue. I see her with all white hair and a kitchen or something. Did she have like a slight, did she walk over? Did she have any back problems? It seems like she had a slight kind of walking forward.
To be honest with you, I've never met my great-grandmother, but I know what energy you're talking about because I feel it with me and I see it in my mind, like if I'm meditating or even reikiing myself and things like that. It's interesting that you say that because I don't know if I'm imagining it.
No, that's what I picked up. And do you know if she walked with a slight, curve? I mean, it looks like she's a little hunched over.
I can find out. I'm not really sure.
Okay, well, I hope you have a pen, hon, because you got some good stuff here. So I picked 3 cards just as we were talking, and that great-grandmother energy came in. I want to say her name started with P.
Okay.
I'm not sure where I got that from, but you got the High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So you are, my sweet, right exactly where you need to be. You are not trusting your intuition, which is what is causing you to have a little fear. And I feel that the Hierophant is coming up to tell you, no, we're guiding you. But again, when we get caught up with what other people expect us to be doing or how we expect it to look, sometimes that stops us. And so I feel like you're kind of questioning your intuition, like you're almost like, okay, well, if this is the right thing, then give me a sign, you know, kind of like it's a lottery game, you know. And so I feel like you really need to just trust your intuition because you're given such an incredible gift. Do you see, hear, and can feel things? Because the High Priestess, you know, is a very high vibrational card. I actually have it tattooed on my forearm, so that's how strongly I believe in it. What would you say about that on this thing, you know?
I sometimes hear things, but it's not clear. It could be, I don't know, it sounds like rustling or inaudible speech that I definitely hear, but I can't make out what the messages are. And I've started seeing things, like, especially when I'm doing energy healing and things like that.
Okay.
You're right. What I used to do before was I used to work in accounting and finance, and this is so out of my element, but I do, like, it took a lot of courage for me to quit my job and go this direction because I do believe in it, but I'm afraid because it's nothing that I'm used to, and it's nothing that, if there's no book or rule book for it, and you have to do X, Y, Z, or you have to do this, and you're prepared. So I'm not sure. I'm a little lost, I guess.
Okay, now that's interesting because you said exactly what I just took. You are afraid. You're afraid to trust your intuition. You're afraid, but something pushed you out the door out of the world that you were in. Something kicked your butt out the door and said, you need to go this way. Get out of what you're doing and you need to go this way. So now trust that the universe is going to provide for you. I do feel that you need to be in a community or supported by other people. The Hierophant is telling you you do need a teacher. You need someone to guide you, not only on the business side, but what modalities you need to explore more. You need someone who is going to help you really harness your gifts because your energy is still spread out very much. You need to pull it in and harness it in your body so you can send out the vibrations when you're ready. So this is about learning how to shield yourself. This is also learning about what gifts do you have. Other than taking a class and becoming, you know, Reiki certified, and I'm not, you know, putting anything or saying anything negative about that. What I'm saying is you also have to do your own, you have to be your own teacher, at the same time be your own student. So what this is telling me is I really feel that this time for you is a crucial learning time. So if there's books that you've been wanting to read, but you're like, I don't have time, pick those babies up. If there's someone who you're very intrigued by, that you feel that they can be a teacher for you, call them, ask them to mentor you. You know, I'm one of those people that I've had people tell me, oh, how can I read the tarot? I'm the first one that tells people, you know, and if you can't afford a class with me per se, I work for God. So I'm always telling people, if you felt the need to contact me to help you on your path, I work for God, so my blessings will come whenever they're supposed to come.
Exactly.
So if you ever feel that when you feel that you're supposed to be working with someone, you go for it. You don't stop yourself. Don't let the money stop you. Don't let the time stop you. Don't let any of those other things, because those are what my friend Barbara Hoffmeister calls yeah buts. They're your yeah buts.
Okay.
Yeah, but, you know, so your cards are telling me, you're right on point, honey. There is nothing you need to do. You just need to let go and go with the flow.
Okay.
And trust your intuition. So you probably need some help with really harnessing your intuition and deciding what gifts you really have, and that will enrich your gifts even more.
Are there anything that I can do to narrow it down, like would meditating help in order to narrow down the gifts that I have? A little part of me is like, I probably should have found out what my gifts was before. But I'm actually a really good conduit for energy. I mean, it's really powerful, and people always come back to me and they say these wonderful things, and it's so validating. But I'm just like, what direction do I go in now?
Okay. The first thing I could tell you too, sweetheart, is, again, going back to that trust. You don't need validation. You have been given a gift, and do your work with no attachment. Even if you feel like you have not done a darn thing to help anybody, have no attachment. Know that God is working through you. Your spirit is working through you. There is nothing that you're doing that the universe is not giving you. And so let go of the attachment of needing validation. Did they get anything out of it? Was that the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Let that go.
Right.
Just trust. Trust, 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 trust. So it's like you're on it's like the Fool card, which is the first card in the tarot deck. He's on a cliff. He's about to put that one step off the edge of the cliff, but he's got a smile on his face and everything he needs on his back. And he's just like, I'm going for it. It's that leap of faith. So trusting that Spirit has led you here for a reason. And so once you take that step off the cliff into the unknown, which you have, now you have to trust that the universe is going to take care of you. Because this is not about you. This is about the universe. Like I said, they pushed you out the door. They gave you the wings to fly. Now you got to trust that they're going to give you a landing pad.
Okay. Thank you. That was
Take
really
a deep breath. Yeah.
helpful.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's all about trust, and I get that card almost every time that I get a tarot reading.
Yeah.
It comes up, and that's just how I'm in, man. I'm in.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's all about trusting and taking those opportunities, because we begin the manifestation process and we do all the steps. You know, we affirm what we want as if we already have it. We visualize it. We see it in our mind's eye, just the way we want it to be. We feel all the emotions associated with that. Well, now we have just initiated a massive flow of universal energy that is going to bring us people into our lives, opportunities to take or not to take. And that's where the real push comes to shove, and we have to say to ourselves, are we going to do this? Or are we going to kind of, well, 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out of the door? And we really need to just take that leap of faith. So many times we hear leap of faith, leap of faith. Well, literally and figuratively speaking, we need to take that leap. It's just like in that card, the Fool, smiling and jumping off the cliff, because it's time. And the other interesting thing that you brought up, which I think is very important, and I often talk about this as the new economy, money and whatever we need doesn't always come to us in a standard way. Like you said, you give and you trust that when the universe is ready to bless you, whether it's an abundance of financing, an abundance of people who are going to offer to help you to go to the next level in your career, relationship, or whatever the case may be, it is going to come in a way that you would not expect, but you just have to trust that it will come.
That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.
And people forget they want to go from one step. They want to go from I'm believing to receiving. There is a journey in between there. And it's called patience.
Yeah.
It's called patience. So you've got to show the universe that you really are willing to take the extra steps, that you really are willing to do the work and to stay on your path and not get distracted.
Yeah.
So that's where patience comes in, and everybody wants to skip over patience so fast.
Yeah. That standard business model, it works in some situations, but for the most part now, we're in a period of great awakening, and an incredible transition is taking place right now. The currency right now is really giving from our hearts, empathizing with other people. And when the universe, God, source, what have you, calls us to do what we're here to do, to utilize that gift that was sown in our hearts so many years ago, we have to act on it. We have to do it. We can't hold back. And I've never done that. When I wrote my first book, everybody's, you got to get the copyright and do this and do that. I'm like, something? I'm just getting this information for a reason. And I'm going to send it out there as fast as I can. I'm not going to worry about all that stuff.
Right. Yeah. And that's the other thing. The other thing, and I think I mentioned it when speaking with her, is just the knowing. You've been given an opportunity here to do something that's different than what you thought. And so just know that the universe is already blessing you, that you've already been blessed.
Yeah. I had no idea I was going to be sitting here today doing a show. I had no idea.
Me neither.
It was never,
Yeah.
it was never my intention. I mean, I began to, you know, it's funny you were mentioning when you get the inclination to read a certain book, read it. And I really started reading a whole bunch of books all at once. I mean, things began to just open up to me. I began to visit different religious organizations, and I would be there for a time. After I learned what I needed to learn, I would move on. It's just part of our infinite ascension. We just continue to learn and grow, and we have to be willing to share at the same time.
Yes, that is such the key. Sharing the good, and just it just brings more blessings to you and for you. And that's why I, you know, again, like I told her, I will gladly offer my services to someone if it's about a financial piece. I know that I'll be blessed in other ways.
Yeah.
Even if, you know, if I never see you again, I know that there will be a blessing from me stepping outside of myself and assisting you. And when you ask for help, that's what I'm supposed to do. So I really do believe that we are all here for that very reason. So.
And when we receive, it's in a greater abundance, more than we ever imagined. It's like there's this storehouse in the universe, and we just keep putting into it, putting into it, putting into it, and sooner or later that roof just blows right off that storehouse, and then all those blessings come in.
That's right. God finally cashes it or deposits your check. That's how I saw it.
Better than
I was like,
Bank of
"Here's
America
God's check, it's deposited."
and Wall Street and all that stuff. You gotta put your investment in God, the universe, the source, the creative force that gives us everything. And all the ancient writings say the same thing. Don't worry, don't fear. Understand that you'll always be taken care of.
Yes. That is it. That is the key. So it's been such a pleasure being on the show, Ron. I am so grateful. And I just look forward to our, what time is it? Time am I coming back on?
You are coming on at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You'll be back to do more readings. We're going to have Abiola Abrams joining us at 11:05 a.m., just following the world news, a brief look at world events, and then we'll have the recovery from the news with Abiola Abrams. And at 11:30, we'll have Tonya Melendez back doing some more reading. So if you're in the switchboard and you want a reading, hold tight. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Ron. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
about your iPhone and iPad. More now from correspondent Rita Foley.
A German security agency is warning that the software running iPhones, iPads, and the iPod Touch has weaknesses that could be used by criminals to get your passwords, photos, text messages, emails, even listen in on your phone conversations. Germany's IT security agency says clicking on an infected PDF file is enough to infect your device with malware without you even knowing it. The agency says Apple has not yet offered a patch to fix the problem. I'm Rita Foley.
Family members are holding out hope that 7 U.S. tourists, missing since their boat capsized off Mexico's coast 3 days ago, are still alive. Mexico's Navy and the U.S. Coast Guard spent Wednesday searching for the men in the balmy Gulf of California as relatives sought assurances that the search would continue. California State Senator Leland Yee said at a Wednesday news briefing that Mexican authorities told him the search would extend beyond 96 hours. Mexican Navy Captain Ruben Bustos said Tuesday that a 96-hour search is usually their protocol to rescue people. After that, their search turns into a recovery of bodies. 19 fishermen and all 16 crew members were rescued late Sunday, hours after a sudden storm struck, capsizing the 115-foot vessel. With IRN, USA Radio.
So we've taken our next step in this infinite journey of enlightenment. A series of events have taken place that has brought us to where we are right now. This is the most important time of our lives. It's in this very moment which exists prior to a thought that we have the potential to be. Being exists in this moment, in this time, and knowing, seeing, feeling, and experiencing all that there is right now. Stay tuned as Ron Ash teaches how to locate our special gifts, connect with spirit, and intentionally create our experiences.
Welcome to Being with Ron Ash on WNRI 1380 AM, and we are national and international via WNRI.com, broadcasting weekdays from 10 a.m. until noon Eastern Time. Today's guest, Abiola Abrams, will be discussing love, relationships, dating, and all the good stuff in between. Welcome to the show, Abiola. Hello? Well, I guess we don't have her yet. We'll have to see what transpires.
Ron, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I got you
Ron?
now.
Oh, yay, there I am. You know what it is? I think my phone needed a woo.
Maybe, yeah, to get that supercharged signal going there.
Yes, I had to charge it up. Well, good morning, Ron Ash, everyone in Rhode Island, all of our listeners online and around the world. How are you this morning?
I am fantastical and magical as usual. Everything is good in the hood.
Excellent, and I am beyond fabulous as well. So I really enjoyed listening to you chat with the psychic guest that you had on earlier.
Yeah, Tonya.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, Tonya Melendez. She'll be joining us at 11:30 for our WNRI audience. So again, if you're in a switchboard and you like a reading with Tonya, hold tight, and we'll get to you around 11:30. Yeah, awesome, very insightful.
Very insightful, very insightful. So I have to tell you, Ron, a couple of things. The first is that I received such a positive response on Twitter and Facebook, where I am at Abiola TV and AbiolaTV.com, and by email about our affirmation shows that we did. And so if you go to either my Twitter or Facebook right now, I've posted a link with 40 of the affirmations that we did in the last two shows. So you can see those at Facebook
at Abiola TV, Facebook.com/Abiola TV, or Twitter at Abiola TV. So I'm really thrilled about that. And then I received a really interesting email from a listener, addressed to both of us, actually. Right. And the person was saying that that I had spoken on a previous show about how to become available to date, and how do you know that you are an available person, and that they had been dating unavailable people, but they weren't quite sure what that meant. And so I just wanted to talk about the types of unavailable people that are here, and what availability means.
It means a number of things.
Yeah, it means so many things. I mean, one of the things that it can mean, in the sense of the law of attraction and love that we speak about here, is, you know, on a very basic level, like, are you allowing? You know, like when you're available for love, you are allowing love, and you're open to love. And many times we think that we are, and I've been there before, where you think that you're open and ready and available to love, and you're not. That we've got, you know, our arms and our heart, you know, closed tightly. And so then we attract people into our lives that reflect that back to us. You know, when we're unavailable and we're saying, you know, I'm not ready for love, or whatever it is that we're affirming, there are no good people, they're all gone, or whatever it is, and we attract those people back to us and say, the universe says, yep, you're right. You know, there's no one good left, here's someone for you. So I just wanted to just talk about, actually, like, just on a very human level, the types of unavailable people that are out there.
All right, give it to me, baby. I want to know. I want to be informed. I want an Abiola education.
Yeah! Well, you know, one of the upcoming classes that I'm going to be teaching in the fall is called Abiola School for Wayward Boys. And it's going to teach men how to treat women like the queens and goddesses we are.
Okay.
But that's another show. We'll talk about that maybe next week. Now, this particular listener actually was a woman, so I'm going to talk about unavailable men. But, of course, you know, you can switch out the pronouns and apply it to your own life, whether it's men or women. You know, and if you're attracted to unavailable men, I'm definitely talking to you. There's no need to be embarrassed. Like I said, I've been there repeatedly. But the world is too big for us to love the ones that are not fully open to being loved. You know, and trust me, when you stop this crazy cycle, the love is definitely so much sweeter on the other side. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is that, you know, people say, well, why would a smart woman or a smart man, you know, why would a smart woman date or marry a man or woman who is emotionally unavailable? And that's what we mean when we say unavailable, somebody who is essentially emotionally unavailable to you to love or be loved. And there are many reasons why someone could be attracted to an unavailable person, and once we've identified the situation, then you can plan your magical exit. Sometimes, and I've noticed this with a number of the wonderful, amazing, brilliant, beautiful callers that you have on the show throughout the week, sometimes we have issues with deservability, and we don't feel like we deserve to be loved fully. That's a big one, a big reason. Another could be a familiarity issue. Perhaps our fathers or mothers were unavailable to love or absent from our lives in one way or another, so we tend to love only those who are not available. It could also be that sometimes we have a martyr complex. I've been there, or a helper complex. I'm going to fix this person. You know, the broken birds. We want to help, but I'm the only person in the entire world that can help this person.
I used to be good at that. I can fix them.
I can fix them. I can get in there and I can help, you know, hold this broken bird together. That's a definite, you know, issue, martyr or helper complex. And while you're trying to get in there and fix them, it's lowering your vibration, lowering your energy, bringing you down. We can also be attracted to unavailable men or women because we ourselves have issues with intimacy.
Yeah.
We are emotionally unavailable. And that is actually, you know, a big issue right up there with the deservability, a big reason why you may be attracted to unavailable people, that you yourself are unavailable. And so because you have issues with feeling intimate, you have issues with being
close to people, someone who, you know, being truly in a close, loving relationship, that you then tap into the people that are not going to be able to take you there and help to raise, you know, that love vibration to another level anyway. So, okay, so now here are 5 classic, you know, archetypal people that I've encountered, you know, who are not open to loving or being loved.
Close encounters
right.
of the Abiola kind. Maria first.
Wait, you know what? It's funny that you said that. You just reminded me. I wanted to, before we go any further, shout out the brilliant people in your chat room, because you tend to have, like, the most incredible people in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going already this morning. They were like, I can't wait to hear your giggle on air and all of that kind of stuff. And I remember that there was Lisa. Let me see if I can get in there really quick.
My wife is a big fan of Abiola Abrams now. She's a huge fan.
Who's a huge fan?
My wife. She's a huge fan of yours now.
Hey, is your wife Lisa?
What? No,
Is
she's
your wife
not in the
Lisa?
chat room. She's working right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's her name?
She'll get in trouble if she chats. She works for the government.
Oh, okay. We won't say her name.
Yeah, because I was listening to this show the other day, and she says, "Oh, I like this girl. She's good."
Yay. Okay, so I'm sending her a virtual hug.
All right.
Hug Ron Ash's wife. Okay, so let me quickly see if I can pull up the chat room and just shout out the people who are in here. I know one was saying that she was your sister, I think, at some point in we're all brothers in the in the Ron Ash universe. Okay, so having a connectivity thing happening online. So while that's happening, let me go ahead with the list of unavailable men. Okay, so number 1, the bad boy. You know, Hollywood tells us that the bad boy is what's sexy, you know, going from way back in the James Dean days. You know, the dude that everyone says don't mess with.
Mm-hmm.
This is, some days he's warm, and again, I'm talking about men and women. Some days he's warm, other days he's downright cold. He seems brooding and on the edge. You're walking on pins and needles not to upset him. There's always something wrong. He generally has a negative outlook on life and the world at large. But you see something different, however. You see a man who you can help, and you just want to save him from himself. Well, I say for you, you save yourself. You know, that there are people, I understand definitely, we want to help people. We want to share with them. We want to help them to be bigger than they can. But you can't want more for another person than they want for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that was a huge lesson that I had to realize in love. That when you have a different vision for someone else than they have of their own lives, that it's not there's no possible way that you can help them. Maybe they'll look back on the relationship years hence and say, well, gee, you know, that person that I was with, they were amazing, and I wish, you know, and I learned so much from them. But you've got to move on yourself. If your man is a fixer-upper, then he is not available for love. Now, there's also the long-distance relationship. Now, this one is tricky because it can look like you're in a relationship with someone who is available for love. And I'm not talking about, you know, of course, sometimes we've got to be available. We've got to be, you know, for school or work, we've got to be apart, and things happen. I'm talking about, you know, a lot of people are meeting people online now. You know, you're meeting people through friends who already live in a different state. And so if you're in a perpetually long-distance relationship, it definitely seems noble on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's no clear date set to when you will end the long-distance love situation, then this is you may be dating an unavailable person, and you yourself may be unavailable for love as well, but just masking it in this, you know, sort of long-distance cloak.
Yeah, I can't do the long-distance thing. I need availability in the love department in all ways.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and I've tried. I've tried to do the long-distance thing, but I need, you know, I'm a hands-on lover.
You're right. You know, if they could come up with a time frame, say, listen, you know, it's going to take me a little while. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to find a job down there. I'm going to find a place, and then I'm going to move myself down. And with this whole thing should come together in around 6 weeks. Then, hey.
Right.
I could do 6
right,
weeks.
or even 3 months if you need to.
I don't know. I'm working on my patience. My guides are actually helping me in that department, so we'll see. But for me, I'm a man. 6 weeks, that's pretty much pushing it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, no, and it's good that you're honest with yourself. A lot of people are not honest with themselves. They enter into relationships thinking that they can, do one thing and like, okay, well, I'm able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're not, and there are disappointments and, all of that good stuff. So let's not go there. So, okay, so another kind of unavailable man or woman is the taken man. A man who belongs...
And we don't mean taken by your beauty and your way. We mean taken by another.
I mean taken by another person. A man or woman that belongs to someone else is the most clear example of a man who is literally unavailable, okay? Now, this person always has an easy excuse as to why they can't be with you fully. They can't be with you completely, physically or mentally, because they're splitting their time between you and another lover or partner.
Yeah.
In some cases, your man may be single but still tied emotionally or financially to an ex.
Yeah.
Either way, all right, heed my words, you deserve to be more than a party crasher in love. Write that down somewhere. You deserve to be more than a party crasher in all matters of love. So if you are in a relationship with someone else's guy, then you are definitely loving an unavailable person. Okay?
All right. We're going to have to take a quick break, Abiola. We'll be right back after these messages. After all, this program is made possible by our advertisers and with the support of generous listeners like you. We'll be back in a few. Hold tight.
Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine is the perfect resource for those seeking a healthy, natural lifestyle. In every free monthly publication, you'll find practical, cutting-edge information on natural health, nutrition, personal growth, green living, creative expression, and more. Find Natural Awakenings wherever free magazines are found. Read it online at rinaturalawakenings.com or call 401-709-2473. Feel good, live simply, laugh more. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine.
Looking for your next vehicle? Look to Gemini Auto Sales and Service. They have everything you need to purchase, finance, and maintain your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Gemini takes the guessing out of finding the right vehicle at the best price because all of Gemini's vehicles are priced to sell far below like vehicles within a 50-mile radius of their 2 convenient locations. Gemini's staff of ASE certified mechanics buy, sell, and service every vehicle on the lot. Quality vehicles, unsurpassed service, and guaranteed financing. Gemini Auto Sales and Service, 401-228-8686, or visit GeminiSalesService.com.
Informative, intangible, honest, conductive to elements that align the body, soul, and mind to listen to conscience. Are you aware? InnerCirclePublishing.com.
Learn how to connect with spirit and create the life of your dreams. Purchase the complete Ron Ash collection and save 45% now. Get the Apostles' Recipe for Happiness, Breaking Through, Being, and The Secret of Divine Intervention today for only $30. That's $25 off the retail price. Make your life-expanding purchase today at beingwithronash.wordpress.com. Again, that's beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
Experience the power of being. Join author and dream interpreter Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance, connect to source energy, and expand your consciousness. For complete show listings, visit beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
That's Stacey Davidson bringing us back from break with her title "Everything Is About You" from her album Narrow Gate, available everywhere great music is sold. While the veil is the thinnest, discover the possibilities. All Hallows Eve Psychic Fair, readers, body workers, and seminars Sunday, October 30th, 2011. Created by Discover You, discoveryouexpo.com for more information. For participant info, contact Susan Latai at 401-769-1325, extension 11, or info@discoveryouexpo.com. We are live. You're listening to Being with Ron Ash on WNRI 1380 AM. We are local, national, and international with WNRI.com. We're back with Abiola Abrams, and she's letting us know about the availability factor. What is next, Abiola?
Okay, so next we have number 4, the emotionally distant man. Okay, now it's like there's a wall up in your relationship. You feel like you're speaking different languages. There's a place you feel like you can't reach within your partner because maybe your partner can't even reach that within himself.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel like being close, the partner does something to push you away. If your guy or girl is emotionally distant, then they are unavailable for love. And I have to tell you, I was in a relationship, a long-term relationship with someone who was definitely emotionally distant. And, you know, as I said, that it's a place that they weren't willing or able to reach within themselves. And I kept feeling like, okay, even though I feel unconnected, this person is giving me everything that they feel that they have to give. You know, so it's the same as if you say to someone, you know, why don't you give me your Rolls Royce? You know, and they could, but they just don't have it. And so this person just wasn't able to access, you know, this emotional center in order to give it. And if that's something that you need, if you need to have full, bodacious, you know, bold love, which we all deserve, then, you know, you can love this person from a distance. You can love them as a friend. You can love them when maybe they go off and, you know, do some work and, you know, get some therapy or whatever it is and come back. But this is not someone that you can have a connected and deep and intense love relationship with. Okay?
All right.
Now, the 5th type of unavailable men,
Number 5.
Number 5. It's the non-committer. The non-committer.
Non-committal. I'm committed about being non-committal.
I am committed about being non-committed. Okay, he's just not ready. You've dated for years or months or whatever it is, but there are no plans of permanency in your relationship. If this means maybe a ring for you, then maybe you're forbidden to discuss it. He says he's just not ready yet. Your boyfriend can't reach that next level of commitment to become your fiance, or your fiance can't reach that next level of commitment to become your husband. Maybe this person doesn't even refer to you as their girlfriend or introduce you to, you know, his friends. Some non-committal people just keep cheating, but whichever way you look at it, this is a love mess. to put it most simply, if your boyfriend or girlfriend can't make a true commitment to you, however you understand that to be, then you may be in love with an unavailable person. And so I would definitely, you know, beware and be wary, my rock star friends. We all deserve big, fat, juicy love with someone that is as into you as you're into them, okay? Now, we see something totally different glorified in our movies and TV shows. You know, our girl Carrie Bradshaw chasing Mr. Big all the way to the altar. Now, that might have been fun and sexy and entertaining and Sex and the City, okay? But there is nothing amusing about that in real life. There are unavailable men and unavailable women, but it doesn't mean that we need to be in a relationship with them, okay? So my official lifestyle passionista love advice, Ron, is yourself fully available for someone who is ready, willing, and able to deserve you. And then let the unavailable person go and get the emotional help that they need if they want it. You know? So that's my story, and I am sticking to it.
Stick to it. My dad said that the main thing he advises my sisters on, well, has advised them over the years, was don't put yourself in a situation where you're giving this guy all the goods, without any kind of commitment. Why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? First thing they do is you move in together, you have the whole marriage without any of the commitment.
Ron, I'm holding my hand up right now because you are preaching. You're taking us to church this morning. I always say, a dinner of mahi-mahi does not give you a day pass to the fun palace. Mm-hmm. No. If you don't realize that you are the prize, why on earth would someone else realize that? If you don't know that you are the jewel, that you are the prize, that you bring all of the magic to the table. Women, we don't know how powerful we are. We don't know that. We don't know the queens and goddesses that we are. And when we know and respect and, treat ourselves that way, then that is what, then gives off the signal and beaming, shining light to others to treat us the same.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so before I go, Ron, I definitely do want to give that shout out to everyone in the chat room. They are in there bustling away. I want to say hello to Sean 13, Sandy L, Power Angel, Mrs. Dog Rescuer, Mary Lou Who, listening for me, Lisa Sender, Crystal Mosley, new to stock J342538P in LAL. Let me see. Who else do we have? We
have a lot of talk about our morning rituals with our dog in the chat room today.
Okay. My cat is standing here. My cat's like, I've got rituals too. Brian Morris. Thank you so much for chatting in the chat room. Thank you for listening in. Visit me at AbiolaTV.com, Facebook at AbiolaTV, at Facebook.com/AbiolaTV, and Twitter at AbiolaTV.
And there you go. You can link to her at beingwithronash.wordpress.com too.
Yes, absolutely. And I will be back next week to bask in more magic and excitement. And so thank you for helping to raise my vibration today, Ron Ash and company.
Right. Same to you. Be peace, my friend.
Thank you. Okay, be good as I always say, and if you can't be good, be safe.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. All right, we'll be back in a few with Tonya Melendez giving some more readings. So hold tight in the switchboard. I see there's already quite a few people in there ready to go. So see you in a minute.
Are you seeking guidance and clarity in your life? Internationally known psychic medium Sherry Hobson can guide you to a brighter future. Access your Akashic records revealing soul patterns that will help enable you to change your life. Or connect to your angelic guidance, spirit guides, or those who have crossed over. Schedule your private session today at 760-521-2027 or at sherryhobson.com.
The Apostles' Recipe for Happiness breaks new ground in exposing the attainable miracles so prevalent in the first book ever written on the law of attraction. Through true life experiences with Channel Christian Magazine now. Pick up your copy of The Apostles' Recipe for Happiness today and start living the life of your dreams tomorrow. Available at Barnes & Noble booksellers, Amazon.com, and everywhere quality books are sold. Sample all Ron Ash's books for free at beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Come to Sense of Healing Massage, where you'll be treated as a treasured guest, offered a quiet, peaceful space, a place of restoration, a place to rediscover
Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance, connect to source energy, and expand your consciousness. For complete show listings, visit beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine is the perfect resource for those seeking a healthy, natural lifestyle. In every free monthly publication, you'll find practical, cutting-edge information on natural health, nutrition, personal growth, green living, creative expression, and more. Find Natural Awakenings wherever free magazines are found. Read it online at rinaturalawakenings.com or call 401-709-2473. Feel good, live simply, laugh more. Rhode Island Natural Awakenings magazine.
Learn how to connect with spirit and create the life of your dreams. Purchase the complete Ron Ash collection and save 45% now. Get the Apostles' Recipe for Happiness, Breaking Through, Being, and The Secret of Divine Intervention today for only $30. That's $25 off the retail price. Make your life-expanding purchase today at beingwithronash.wordpress.com. Again, that's beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
You're like a rainbow, like a rainbow. Makes me feel better when I'm down, 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 down. Wherever you go, I know you are my rainbow. That first day I met you, taught me what to do. Keep my head above water and be strong. Keep me underneath the wing and show me everything. Trying to make my way. Stranger, know everything about me. Feels like we're meant before. You're kind and you are caring. Don't know what the future brings, but I hope you're the one who's right here with me.
That's Eric Peterson with his title Rainbow. You can check out Eric most Sundays at Unity Radiant Light for service times and location. Please visit unityradiantlight.org. We are live locally with WNRI 1380 AM, and we are international with WNRI.com. Calling number is 424-757-1425. We have Tonya Melendez back joining us. And we have a call from who's going to be the lucky winner today? We have Debbie from Kentucky. Welcome to the show, Debbie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Debbie. How are you? Great. How are you? Okay. Okay. So, do you have a question, or would you like me to read it for you intuitively? Do a reading for me. Okay, I want you to take a nice deep breath. Debbie, has your father crossed over? Yes. Okay. I'm getting a F name. Is it Frank or Fred? No. No? Okay. Well, there's somebody else who, it is a male also, who's kind of trying to get my attention that starts with an F. Do you know who that person is? Starts with an F? Mm-hmm. No. Okay, well, just take a breath, and it might come to you later. I always tell clients when I'm getting something, that means that your spirit is telling me I'm supposed to pass it on. So I just passed it on to you. And as we were chatting just a minute ago there, I picked 3 cards for you. So the first card I get is the Page of Swords. Then I get the High Priestess and the Ten of Rods. So what this is telling me, Debbie, is that you have been through some very challenging times. You're just now starting to see the rainbow at the end with your pot of gold. And I really feel that you're moving into a really high cycle, but you have had to let go of some people and some situations that were kind of weighing you down. Does that sound like that's where you are?
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, it feels like, too, that you've been getting some signs and messages. I feel like intuitively, do you hear things, like a high-pitched ringing in, I want to say, your left ear?
Yes.
Okay, that's your angels trying to talk to you. And so I get from you as your clarivident, so you hear things. Have you heard voices or like a whisper of some sort?
Yes.
Okay, so your spirits, your angels are trying to get your attention because you've been carrying everybody else's baggage for too long. So it's time for you to take off those shackles. It's time for you to take off that extra weight. Does that sound like you're ready for that?
Break those chains.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Because what I'm feeling is that you've just been carrying old energy. And I feel a very strong past life for you that you were some type of doctor or healer. And what I feel is a lot of Native American energy for you. Did you ever feel like you lived in a past life in an Indian?
Kind of.
I think that you're having a hard time with the connection is because you were a male. You were a male, like a shaman, a medicine doctor. Does that feel like that's something you did?
Somewhat.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you felt? Because I feel a very strong past life with you, and you were definitely a male, but you were some type of doctor. And I just feel like I see fire, and I also feel like herbs and using a lot of things from the earth. Does that resonate with you?
Maybe she was some kind of a shaman, a medicine doctor.
Yeah.
Medicine man.
Yeah, that's what I'm picking up.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Felt like, because sometimes I can like look at people and I can read them.
That's because you have a very strong gift. Like you've been practicing this practice for centuries, for many lives. So it's time for you to let go of everybody else's stuff. It's time for you to bring yourself back into yourself because you give too much. But this isn't about you being a giver. You are in balance with both sides of giving and receiving. However, you just take on and absorb everybody else's stuff. So you need
I'm tired of that.
Yeah, you need a shield around you. You need a power shield. So what I'm going to suggest for you is to call on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael can shield you, can protect you, and also cut any cords because I feel that you have a lot of cords to other people because you are their saviors, but now it's time for you to save yourself. Are you ready to save yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So I just want you to take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart, and just, in your mind, just say that I accept my good. I am worthy and deserving of it. And it's time for me to shine. How does that feel for you, Debbie?
Warm.
Good. How good it is to know that Spirit is just working through you, not for you, not against you, but through you, because you are a powerful healer. So it's time for you to step out of the shadows. Bring it on.
So that means this good thing's going to happen. Like, I have been like trying so hard to find a job, and it's like nobody's calling back.
Okay, well, you know what? The first thing you need to do is stop trying. Stop trying. We get caught up in trying with people because we're not trusting. I always tell people when you're attached to something, that means that you have you have a vision of what you think it should look like and what you think should happen. But when you're in that place of wanting and needing, that means you're not trusting the universe, that the universe is going to provide it for you. So the key to unlocking the trying is just what Ron always talks about is being grateful. Be grateful for everything that you have, accept what is, and just love what is right now.
Yeah.
So instead of worrying about how I'm going to find a job, who's going to call me back,
You know, say, oh, I'm so grateful for these days off, the time that I have to enjoy and spend time with myself. Whatever it is that you have right now in your life, accept that and be grateful for that right now, because you've been able to get through on the phone and there's tons of people waiting. You've been able to sustain yourself up to this point. So trust that the universe is doing everything it can to bring your good to you. And I'm not saying don't make any phone calls.
Yeah.
But when you make those phone calls, just say, you know, when you're making that phone call, dialing the number, I know my best intention, my highest good is coming from this phone call.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we can spend our whole lives trying, or we can just slip into reception mode and move along. All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with more Tonya Melendez right after these messages.
Experience the power of being. Join author and dream interpreter Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance, connect to source energy, and expand your consciousness. For complete show listings, visit beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Are you interested in promoting yourself, your business, or your platform? If so, you should contact RMA Associates for the most cost-effective ways to promote what you do. RMA has over 25 years of experience helping their clients grow while meeting the challenges of an ever-changing market. Email RMA today at rma.associates@yahoo.com for more information. Again, that's rma.associates@yahoo.com.
We are back. You're listening to Being with Ron Ash. Our guest today is Tonya Melendez. She's a tarot reader, or tarot, should I say. And we're taking calls at 424-757-1425. That's 424-757-142. Is it tarot or tarot?
It's tarot.
Tarot, that's what I thought.
It is tarot. But it's neither here nor there. It's whatever it is.
It doesn't really matter, right? Because by any other name, it's still the same.
Yes. And Ron, I just want to take a moment to offer your listeners a way to contact me, because I had not shared that before. I am at the Tarot Life Coach, and you can find me on Facebook as Tarot Life Coach, or my website at www.tarotlifecoach.com.
Mm-hmm.
So grateful with you, Ron. So what's next?
What is next is that we're going to take a ride to San Francisco, California. Are you in?
City.
Are you in? We're going to go visit Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. You're on with Tonya Melendez.
This is a real honor. Hi. Tonya, I've been looking for a job for a while, and I was wondering if you see anything coming for me soon. I've been diligently working on trying to bring something to me.
Okay, so can you take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart? Okay. And intuitively, what I'm picking up for you is that you are in the wrong field. You're not doing what it is you truly want to do.
What you're doing right now is making money, but I see you as, do you make some type of craft, or are you a designer, or?
Oh, no.
Do you have like a hobby of some sort?
I don't have a hobby. I work out at the health club. I enjoy that, but my background has been management and sales.
Interesting, because I see there's this creative side of you that you don't let come out and play very often. Is there this creative side? I see you like designing something, working with your hands. I'm going to tell you the 3 cards that I got. First one I got is the 8 of Pentacles, then I have the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Hermit. Excuse me. And so with that said, what I picked from you, Rochelle, right away is that you are some type of designer, inventor. I see you being very creative, and it just feels like you were always able to bring lots of just knowledge and wisdom, but also you have a lot of money-making ideas. Do you ever act on any of those ideas?
I personally don't think I have ideas, and I have never acted upon anything because I don't think I have ideas.
Oh, see, so you're not allowing that part of you to shine. Well, the Eight of Pentacles, what this is telling me is that you are a very diligent person as far as working. I see a lot of numbers, a lot of work for you. And the Ace of Pentacles, what this is telling me is, yes, you will find the right job. However, like I said, I feel like you stop yourself short because I see yourself as a very creative person. And all of us have those two sides. You can have that business side and your creative side, but this is telling me that there's something in you that's still itching to get out. It's like I said, it feels like there's some type of idea that you have, and it could be business-wise, or it could be on your creative side, but I just feel like there's something else for you. But the Ace of Pentacles is telling me, yes, you will find a job very soon. The Hermit is also saying there's something in you that also is saying about spending time alone. Do you meditate at all, Rochelle?
Yes, I do, absolutely.
Okay, so in this meditation, what I'm picking up with the Hermit card is there's also some insight that you've been giving that you are not paying attention to. Do you feel like there's a sign you keep getting in? Because it feels like there's a sign that keeps presenting itself to you, like some job or some idea, but you're just like, no, that's not it. That's not it. Because you're looking for something else.
No, and that's what I'm looking for, but I don't see any signs. I have been asking my guidance for signs, and I every night when I go to bed, I pray, and when I meditate, I ask for signs to be given to me. And in my eyes, they have yet to be revealed.
Okay, now what I'm picking up is that you are getting the signs. The Hermit is telling me it's like shining a light on it. So those sparks of, whenever you get something that pops into your mind, I want you to write that down, because those are intuitive sparks that are within you, and a lot of time we dismiss those and we go right into another thought. For instance, if I think of someone, let's say my friend Sandy, I'll think of Sandy, and then 20 minutes later she'll call me, and I'll say, oh my God, you just popped into my mind. I wasn't thinking of you. I was doing something else, and then you just popped into my mind. And she said, yeah, you too, and that's what made me call you. Don't ignore those intuitive sparks, because that is your consciousness saying, pay attention to this, look at this, we're giving you the sign. But because you kind of dismiss it, it's overshadowed, because I definitely feel like I'm going to describe the cards. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles are all these golden coins, and within them is a star. And also in the Hermit card, he's holding up this lantern that has a star as well. So you to have all three cards with the same symbol is really telling me, Rochelle, that you are getting signs, you're just not paying attention. And because the Hermit is also holding a lantern, it's letting me know, yes, we've been shining a light. Look here, look here, look here. So there might have been an opportunity that presented itself to you, but you didn't feel like that was the right one, or it didn't give you enough money, or something that you thought was not the right thing. However, it is, and you've overlooked it. And what I'm gonna do, just to give you that additional sign, because you also have to trust that you're getting the signs, because sometimes we want a bomb to drop and say, that's it, there's a sparkle of light around the sign that we get. So I'm just gonna pull Archangel Oracle card for you. So Rochelle, can you take a deep breath for me? And I just intuitively asked your archangels to guide you to, okay, here it is. Okay, this is exactly what I just said. The card you got is Clairvoyance, Archangel Raphael. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. And he's got his hand on his heart. So look up Archangel Raphael, because what this is telling me is it's saying spiritual sight. So it's telling me that you're definitely getting messages. And he's also holding a lantern. So pay attention to the signs that you are getting. Don't dismiss those little itty-bitty, inklings in your mind.
Okay, now you said that you do see something coming for me with that Ace of Pentacles. I will materialize that. Can you get any time frame?
So I got the number 2. So I want to say you're going to get an answer in about 2 weeks. I want to say by the end of July. The number 2, is that a number that's a special number to you? Because that number popped right into my head.
Wow, no, it's not.
Okay, well, number 2. So I want to say maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because aces always mean yes. And you get the Ace of Pentacles. And Pentacles are about wealth, prosperity, material success. So this is definitely a yes. And the number 2 came up. So if you also see the number 2 starting to pop up in random places for you today or for the next couple of weeks, pay attention to that number 2 because it definitely popped right up.
I will. Definitely. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, we might be able to squeeze in a quick call. He's been waiting for a little while. He is Sean. Sean from New York. Hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is, I'm currently waiting to hear back on a couple of new jobs, and I was just wondering whether I was going to get either one or both of them.
All right. Single question.
All right.
I'll have to be quick.
Okay. Okay. If you could just take a deep breath for me, Sean. And I'm just going to pull those 3 cards for you right away. All right. So, oh, yes, it's time for you to break out of your shell. I got the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. So there's a job. One of them is a very socially, you'll be doing a lot of networking. I see a lot of people around you. The 10 of Cups is also about success, material success, but also inner spiritual success. And the 4 of Swords tells me that I feel like it's going to be doing something that you aren't quite sure how to do, but it's going to break you out of rut. It's going to break you out of something that has held you back before. So I see something very social. Is one of those jobs very social around a lot of people?
Well, they both are. They're both sales roles.
They're both sales jobs?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Oh, you got another 10. So I want to say there is a job that involves also some travel for you. Is there one of those jobs that involves travel?
Both of them involve a lot of travel.
Okay, and are you going to be away from your family? Because that's what I'm feeling, a lot of energy around that.
Yes.
Okay, so let go of any guilt already about that, of being away from your family, because I see it's going to be a very wonderful experience for all of you. And I also feel like you might be moving. There might be a relocation in one of these jobs. So whichever one involves maybe a relocation, I feel that that might be the one. And I want to say this could be probably about 3 months from now, that there might be a relocation.
Okay, none of them currently I'm backwards and forwards from London. So I guess moving back to New York would be the relocation.
Yes. Okay. I definitely feel some movement for you, but I want to say definitely a lot of travel. And don't worry about your family. You're providing for them, and they understand the sacrifice that you're taking too, because both of the cards, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, are really about those connections with family. And sometimes we have an opportunity, but we get held back because of our family responsibilities. But this is a step in the right direction for your family. Is your family in New York, or is your family in London? Because I feel there is like that distance gap, but not for long.
Yeah, and he's been unwell recently, so that's probably why you picked that up.
Yes. So it's time to, things are definitely shifting. And 90 seconds. In 3 months, you'll all be living under the same roof.
All right.
So before it gets too chilly, and it's going to be perfect. I definitely see a lot of wonderful things happening for you in the next, like I said, 3 months.
Her name is Tonya Melendez, and you can check Tonya out at tarotlifecoach.com. Love the concept of tarot counseling, because that's exactly what it is. It's counseling. And you can also reach her via beingwithronash.wordpress.com, as you can learn about all of our guests, past, present, and future, at beingwithronash.wordpress.com. We'll see you in the AM, 10 a.m. Eastern, with Doreen Brown, numerologist, followed by the World News and 11:05 medium Sherry Hobson. We'll see you on the radio. Be peace.
Experience the power of being. Join author and dream interpreter Ron Ash on an infinite journey of enlightenment, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Being explores the various modalities associated with self-help and spirituality. Master divine guidance. Connect to source energy and expand your consciousness. For complete show listings, visit beingwithronash.wordpress.com.
Are you seeking guidance and clarity in your life? Internationally known psychic medium Sherry Hobson can guide you to a brighter future. Access your Akashic records revealing soul patterns that will help enable you to change your life. Or connect to your angelic guidance, spirit guides, or those who have crossed over. Schedule your private session today at 760-521-2027 or at sherryhobson.com.
Bridge the gap between Earth and the spiritual plane of existence. Join author and psychic medium Joseph Labruto III on a multi-dimensional journey of transformation every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Being with Ron Ash. Communicate with a deceased loved one, the Ascended Masters, spirit guides, angels, and other spiritual beings. Or ask Joseph about your career, relationship, or life path. There is more to life than what we know. Find the answers at www.psychicmediumjoseph.com.